Hello guys, namaste. My name is Rebecca Geddes and you're watching Desi Dunya. Now if you are new here, I would like to give you a brief introduction into this channel. My aim here is to discuss things that are in association with India as well as India's influence on the global community. Specifically today, I'm going to be discussing the mother of all languages and its influence on the English language. That is Sanskrit language. So let's discover and see. Okay, before we get into discussing Sanskrit influence over the English language, we should start off with an introduction into what Sanskrit actually is. So Sanskrit is an Indo-Aryan language originating from South Asia with a 3,500-year history. To this day, Sanskrit is considered to be the mother of all languages, and significantly, in India, it has such dominance in the sense that it is the classical ancient language. Since Sanskrit is an Indo-Aryan language, it has a deep connection with the language that the majority of the world speaks today, that is English language. And let me explain why. Indian-Aryan languages are members of the large family language group that is Indo-European. And to this day, Indo-European languages are spoken all across the world, and there are many languages. Just to name a few, there are Spanish, Portuguese, you can say Bengali, Hindi/Urdu as part of Hindustani language, Punjabi, and more importantly, English, which is what I'm going to be covering later. English as an Indo-European language in particular has risen to dominance over the last few centuries globally and across communities worldwide, down to one particular reason, and that is colonization. During the colonial period, English was widely used, but being closely connected to other Indo-European languages, such as Sanskrit, the Indo-Aryan language, it became obviously and undoubtedly influenced by Sanskrit. And today we are going to discuss how English, one of the most populous languages, is influenced by Sanskrit. Okay, to start with, I'm going to begin with the first English word, and that is shampoo. Shampoo, a common everyday word. I bet you would be surprised that it actually has Indian origin, Sanskrit origin specifically. The word shampoo itself has been passed down over the centuries, firstly from Sanskrit to Hindi and then to Anglo-Indian, and now finally into modern-day English. But the concept of shampoo and shampooing as a verb was not there in Europe prior to the colonial period, and this has been derived directly from Sanskrit and Indian languages. The idea of shampoo and shampooing is meaning to knead, soothe or press. So the original word from Sanskrit is kaipayati. Maybe I cannot pronounce very well, but I will display the full word on the screen. Not only down to colonialism, there was also an Indian traveller, an Indian entrepreneur named Sheikh Din Muhammad, who had flown from India to UK and European countries and introduced the concept of shampooing by opening spas in the UK, and ever since then it became a common and popular practice among many. Okay, there is another word, a common everyday word that is used in English language, particularly American English, that is candy. You will be quite surprised to know that this also has Sanskrit origin. So it has had quite a long journey until it found its way into modern day English today. So it first started off as Khanda in Sanskrit, meaning fragment. It followed its way into Arabic, After that, French. After French, then you can say late Middle English, and then after late Middle English, finally modern day English today as candy. Okay, for my third word, an English word that we use pretty commonly, that is guru. So like candy, like shampoo, this also has Sanskrit origin. But actually, this hasn't changed at all. Guru in English is the same as what guru was in Sanskrit. So it first started off in Sanskrit as guru, meaning grave or weighty, to refer to people that are elder or like a teacher. Guru is used to refer to masters or spiritual leaders who offer wisdom to others, to people who are trying to find enlightenment. So, like candy, like shampoo, again, we find more connections that Sanskrit has with the English language. Okay, another word, a commonly used word in the English language, that is karma. It is a very important and key value, a key philosophy for many across the world today. But in particular, this value resides in Buddhism as well as Hinduism. Karma, a philosophical term, means that when one commits an action, the consequence of that action is then decided, and this will then decide the fate of that person who committed that action. The action may have been good or may have been bad, which will then decide whether the karma is a good or bad. So the origin of the word karma is, of course, like the other words, from Sanskrit. The original word is karman, the English word karma, and the meaning was action, effect, fate. So that is the key value. That would be the order of how this value, this philosophy goes. Action, effect, fate. Okay, for my last and final word, I would like to discuss loot. Loot is significantly important in the sense that it has a very historical and colonial connection. So loot first started in Sanskrit as luta. I will display the translation in Sanskrit, meaning literally he steals. Following Sanskrit, it was passed on to Hindi, and it was then lut, which literally means stolen thing. And then finally it got influenced into English, so from Sanskrit to Hindi to English. So the word loot refers to the action of taking and stealing goods by military or political power during times such as social crisis, war, natural disaster, and even colonization. To give an example of looting in reality and how it came to play is during the time of the East India Company, when the British were looting from India. Anyway, as far as I'm concerned, it is truly important to have an understanding of the origin of the words that we use on a daily basis. As it is for the origin of these words, we then form a certain opinions, certain views on matters, and this then shapes what we believe in and who we are as individuals. Well, anyway guys, isn't it truly fascinating how we as English language speakers are quite connected to a language that predates all languages and goes back as far as the 2nd millennium BCE. So Sanskrit, that's pretty cool. Anyway, if you guys have suggestions, comments, please do let me know. I would love to read them and get informed and understand what you think. Take care anyway, have a brilliant day, and see you next time. Bye!